I was designing something, but I was building through numbers. I was making something. What was I doing? Come on here. No professionalism at all in here. No, it doesn't look professional because when I come on here, all of a sudden you're in the ball game. It's like a game. It's like a movie. You walked in on a movie, but the setup was when you walked in. You walked into a conversation. You're online. You open up. Who's on YouTube? I don't know. Look at it. Look at this guy. Where is it, Mr. Tack Pants? What in the world's a Mr. Tack Pants? Hey, sir, are you on Mars? Yes, I'm Cyrus with you. We are going to start on the bottom of the reverse alphabet really quickly. Instead of going A1 or A11, we're going to go A36. In fact, we don't even have to use A36. We can use A18. The 18th letter, because the minute A comes in, it comes in at 18. A and H, the 18th letter, the letter R, right? 3 times 6 equals 18. That's the letter R. So you can split the board at 18 and 19 and start on R and S. 18 is R, 19 is S. Let's just call them A and A. If we're going to split up, right? If we're going to split up everything, let's call it A and A. Now the 20th one is T. Let's call that one B. Well, B is 2. A is 19. Okay? A is part of 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 0. 10. But where does the 0 come from? The 0 is an encompass of more. And the encompass of more, I don't want to go through this. We've done this already. 32, 30. Look, ABC is now DEF, CCC. Let's go over here. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. A is equal to D, 5. A minus D is 3. 3 and 5. C, which is above it. D is below is 7. This is to the top, minus B from C equals 1. Minus C from D equals 1. Minus B from C equals 1. Minus A from B equals 1. Add it equals 3. Keep going down, it equals 5. It equals 7. 3, 5, 7. Rotation, movement of the clock, and backwards it becomes 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, top of the Twin Towers. 37 times 3, creation of the 10 worlds, Spirit Connect. But look at this one here. I forgot, okay? It's not beside. And if it was beside, okay, check this line out. If I draw a line, forget about these boxes here for now, right? But if I draw a line here, I only get A alone. And then over here, there's nothing. It's in between A and B, 0.5. Okay, 0.5 world. But you see the way it creates the plus sign? Okay, we're not going to get into that. The half-life, I'm not going to get in. So now we're going to do here in between, right? Then we're going to do on the letter and in between the letter and on the letter and in between the letter and on the letter. So I can tell you what I think that the actual thing over here should be, because there's one square. We have to count everyone as one square. I can put them right next to each other. Now, if I put them right next to each other, I'm ending up with this design over here. Now, if I'm working that design over here, I'm going to take out the calculator, okay, and it's 1, 5, and 9. If I was going by 1, 5, and 9, it means go by 4. If I go by 4, okay, I go A, E, I, M, Q, U, Y, C. If I do it the other way, okay, 7, 5, and 3, okay, 7, 5, and 3, or 3, 5, and 7, I would get C, I would get G, I would get J, I would get M, I would get P, I would get S, I would get V, I would get Y, and then I would get B. Why in the world? Because I'm counting by threes. 3, 6, 9, 12. No, excuse me. I'm counting, yes, I'm counting by, let me see, did I do that right? No, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. Here it's counting by 4s, here it's counting by 3s. So the next one after this would be I, then K, then M, then O, Q, right? Every 2, 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, U. 21 is 3. 23, 2 and 3 is 5. 2 and 5 is 7. And this one over here, you go to 9, 13, 1 and 3 is 4. It's not the same. 3, 5, 7. So continue. 3, 5, 7, 9. The ninth letter is the letter I over here. 11, 2 over here. 13, 1 and 3 is 4 over here. 15, 1 and 5 is 6 over here. So it starts to make a roadway in which way you're going. Are you following me? The other one tells you another spider ship web. So this one goes down. We can calculate as. Now we're going to count again. Now we're going to do, let me see if I can put a page behind it so the light doesn't do anything to it. Again, the light is off. Now, we need to take the in-between. This is the in-between one over here. You see, it's in between these two. BC, 2 and 3, and the in-between is here. 2 and 3, but here, okay, look at this whole thing here. This is 2, 3, and this is 2, 3, 5 over here. Now, we would ask, why is this 2, 3, 5? Because to the right and in between, it's in between these two. C is in between B and C, the reverse. Now, when I count them backwards and forwards, right? Backwards and forwards, A and D comes together as 5. C and B comes together as 5. B and C come together as 5. And A and D come together as 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. Here's, in between, now we have 3 here, but this is the top row. In between is 3. There's only 1 here, there's 3 here, there's 3 here, there's 3 here. And over here, we finish with 2. A, B, C, D, unless I move this one and I moved it over to this one over here, right? This is the first final D, right? Do you follow what I'm saying? Where the in-between falls. Here's a plus sign on the cross. Here's the plus sign on the cross. B doesn't have the cross. See, B is in the center of the cross right over here, right? Here is C in the center of the cross, but now this one is the top left corner. It's a shoulder over the shoulder. So it's how this design comes out to play. Now when we connect, I connect the first one with the last one and the last one with the first one. I go 1, 4, 2, 3, 2, 4, 1. Why? Because look at the line. Straight up is 1. Straight up, DA is 4. Straight up, B is 2. Straight up, C and B is 3. But because these are the half, it means it goes on both sides. You see, it's in between these two. It's touching this one. You see the way they all touch? All 4 of them touch. All 4 of them touch. This is the angle. Look at that angle. It's still running on an angle. There is no straight. This is not straight. It doesn't run. It runs on this angle. Where is that? Let me see that again. See that again? See that angle? See the point of my paper where it is? But this one is now square. See the way it looks? Like it's not only not square this way, but it's also turned in. If you take a look, the way the shapes are, the way we have to do it. This is on the left. This is on the right. These two are in between. The in between takes up half of this and half of this. Here's your CB and here's your E world over here, because you get E and E, 2 sides. B and C are the creation of A, B, C, meaning in between. Your E becomes now 2 sides. You need it for 2 sides because it's 2, 1, and 2. 1 times 2, 1 plus 2 is 3 and 2. Now, when you're counting here, you can count like the horse. You want to do like the horse? Okay, I'm standing on A. I go 1, 2, and then down 1. I'm here. I'm like the horse, okay? I go 1 forward and down 2. I cannot. I'm like the horse. I'm standing here, okay, in the middle of the heart of the cross. I can go 1 forward and 2 down. I could. But if I'm standing here, I can't go 2 forward. I only can go 1 forward, according to this design. 1, 2, 3. 1 is here, 2 is here, 3 is across. All right? 1 is here, 2 across, 1. 1, 2, 1. These are all the combinations of what I have to do with whatever you're going to bring up. I have to put something in there, and I don't even know how to explain it anymore. Basic numbers. Remember we talked about this earlier on in the video. In the last video, we were talking about 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 3. Okay, but the basic, we're not going to talk binary here, because if this is binary, we'd be on the 7th level, referring to that the first one is no longer worth 1, it's worth 7. Then the next one would be worth not 7, it would be 14. Then the next one wouldn't be 14, it would be 21. Then the next one would be 28. But it really wouldn't be that way in a new binary code, because 7 is 7, 7, and okay, 7, and the next binary number that I would pick up over here would be 14. 1 and 4 is 5, so it would be 7, 5, 3. Running with this one over here, 7, 5, 3. If this had to run binary, this one would be 6, and this one would be, this one would be 5, right? This one would be 6. What binary would this be? Well, it'd be 6 and 6, 12, 1 and 2 is 3. This would be 6, 3 binary. 6, 3, 9, 6, 3, 9. This binary, it would be 5. And then the next number would be 2 times, so it would equal 1. It would be equal 5, 1, 5, 1. This would be Mars, cycle of the moon, creation of the red sun. 0, 5 equals 65. All zeros equal 6. So if this was 67, it would equal to the spirit of 55. It would be the gateway. 7 times 6, 7 plus 6, equaling to 13 and 55, equaling to EC 53. But when we're counting in EC, if the combination of EC had anything to do with a 10 inside the letters, that would automatically reduce everything 9 points, because 1 plus 0 equals 1. So instead of 53, it's now 44. Imagine if we had to increase it. Well, the only place to increase when a 0 shows up is now 6. When you increase it by 6, instead of 38, you now have 44. Church, creation, heaven, the red church of the thing on his head, the rooster, cock-a-doodle-doo, the red sun. That's the church we're in. That's what we're going to see showing up, because how do I get that? The game of pool tells me that. The 3 ball and the 11 ball. I didn't mention the 11 ball. All I say is the 8 ball. We already know the 8 ball comes from 2 worlds. The F world, 3 and 3, creating the 5 world connection, both of them. Once I got 6, I don't need the total of 6 because I need the gateway to both. 1 gets reduced to 5 because I need the energy. I need the energy to make 6 work. 5 times 6 is 30, creation of 36, 24, day of man. The piano separates center C on the 28th key from the right to the left is 28. Just before the C, it becomes D. DC connects. 3 times 4, 3 times 4, 12 times 12, 144, plus 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 is 14 times 144, 2016. 2017 is equal to the year 2000. A year and a half later, something happened. It was 2001. So 2017, now we go to 2019. Boom, 2019 ends, the end of the calendar. ABC Jackson 5, Jack in a Box, pop me out. The energy's over. No more energy field. It's all done. They can no longer put the collage over of our eyes. The eyes that are in all surprise because we don't see what the animals see. The illusion, the delusion of all. Raphael sinking to the bottoms of the waters, to the murky waters, to read the seaweed. Thank you for watching this video. Wait, is it over yet? Is it over yet? Well, let me go through a few more numbers. Plus and minus subtract. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 and 1 create Mars. 5 and 4 create the sun. This is all the E worlds. A and E, B and E, C and E, D and E. Because it ends up on both sides of A. Because C and E ends up on both sides of B. It's right over here. This one over here. This angle over here. It's on the angle where this one shows up over here. I don't remember why the 2... Yes, here's the 2 right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. But then when you add on the in-between world, okay, you get 1, then you get 4 over here, AD. Then you get BC. Is that what it is? No, it's only B. Sorry, this one doesn't count. Only this middle one row counts. So you get D over here. Then this one is B over here too. And then this one is C3. And this one is C3. And this one is D. This one is B2. C3, B2, D4. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 vibration between 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is 5. 1 and 4 is 5, 3 and 2 is 5, 3 and 2 is 5, 4 and 2 is 6, 3 and 3 is 6, 3 and 2 is 5, 2 and 4 is 6, 1, 6, 6, 6, 5, 1, 1, 1, 5, 6, 1, 4, anyways, there's so many ways to do it, 1 plus 4 is 5, and this one is 7, on the each side is 7, 33 is in between, we call it the bad cat, 6, 4, 8 is in between that, or 6, 8, 4, and when you do 6,000, 24 hours times 60 minutes times 60 seconds equals 2. The calculator falling on the floor equals 2. 864 divided by 2 because of the 2 cycles of the worlds that we're in should be 432 in jail. There you go, 432 in jail. And 432, I think, times 6 would equal to the Mayan count if I'm correct for 2 worlds, 25, 9, 20. The math is absolutely numerological calculations. If the equation is right, if the equation continues to make continuous to it, and then they will always put in art, math, design, and also it's psychology, because if you can't think of putting this together, then how would you ever get the equation? How would you ever get the equation of work if you can't make an equation that you can share, that others can share? I like to say, okay, gecko. I mean, this is one of the words that this designs. This is our breaking light, because we can't read any deeper than the light lets us read. That's why light only attracts to one direction, because if it went all over the place, we'd be able to pick up all that direction, right? So you're not going behind, you're going for, right, the perception. And anyways, I can't even explain it because I'm no doctor of science. I'm the doctor of science. What am I saying? I'm terrible in English. I'm not terrible in English. I know what I know. I know half of it. I know everything I need to know in order to get me by to be able to do what I do. Enough for me. I'm able to let the lady cross the street. I'm able to let everybody cross the street. In fact, you know what? I'm able and capable of being nice to just about everybody. In fact, I'm nice all the time. The only time I'm not nice is A, when I'm not nice, and B, when you don't think I'm nice, because there's a 10% difference in all of us, making 20%. The 10% of what you see, of the 10% of what I see, that's a 20% difference. Out of 100, it's now out of 80. 20% of a baby is 1/4 of a difference. But if I took away a penny from me and gave a penny to you, you would have 2 pennies more than me, twice as much. But if you knew what I didn't know and I knew what you didn't know, you would know half of everything I knew. And I would know all of what you didn't know, or that I didn't know. I'm talking too much. Stop. I'm peeking. Peeking duck.